Hi, it's Kathy from Raven Vintage. Welcome back to my craft room. Come on in, I saved you a spot. I'm excited to craft with you today. And welcome back to 100 Ways to Use Scraps. We are on project number 39, and that is a pull string reveal. And like every other project we're doing, there's 500 ways to do this. And I know that you guys are talented or starting to really get creative and get inspired with your book. So I know you're going to come up with something cool for this. So I've done one already. And the reason I wanted to add a pull string reveal to the list is because we do a lot with paper. We do the paper tabs. You know which one I'm talking about. We did the tab card pull, and we talked about using, and we've done paper, everything paper. So I would like to use, other than our fabric, I'm talking about pulls, I would like to do some sort of a string pull. And a reveal is something, again, very interactive and adds that little touch of surprise element to our journals. And these are things that we love so much. So I'll show you the one I did. We'll talk about some different types. I'm going to then show you the mechanism, and then we're going to try one that I've never tried before, but it's living in my head and I want to give it a go. Okay, so this fella right here, he has lost his dog, so he's calling his dog, and here is the string, and you can see that the string is just sandwiched between a little piece of ephemera and a piece of paper glued together, so it's just hanging there. And I'll show you the string I use in just a second, but if you pull this, there's his puppy, and then it says underneath, it says good boy. So puppy has reunited with his owner. So, and I had the puppy hiding behind the bushes here. So that is a pull string reveal. So it revealed the dog. It also revealed a little saying underneath. Now, when I said there's 500 different ways to do this, the element that you're pulling doesn't have to be hidden. It could just simply be the sentiment that is revealed when you pull this slider over. Okay, so that is the one I made, and as you can see, I made it on some sort of a, let's call it a platform first, and then I added that right directly into the journal. I find that much easier to do when you're working with a project like this. It's not necessary, but you can do it right to the page if you wanted to, but I do like using a platform. This is the string I'm using. It is a jewelry hemp cord from Michael's. It's in the jewelry section. A little pricey, but not so bad when you use your coupon. This is going to last me years. I'll use it forever and ever. I just love the color. I love that it's sturdy and it doesn't fray like the hemp cord, like the jute kind of stuff. Okay, so this will be my platform. I'm using cardstock and thick scrapbook paper. And let me see here. This is going to be my frame. I hope you can see it. Maybe I'll use this as my frame so you can see it a little better. Yeah, let's use this as my frame. Really, what we're going to do is create a frame. And this is a little bit long. Measurements, again, don't matter. Work with what you have. Work with the pieces you have. Okay, so I have this little rectangle. If you want to know, it's what, like 1, 2, 3 and a quarter inches wide by 2 inches tall. Okay, it doesn't really matter. But what you want to do is make it into a frame. So you want to remove the center. So if I were to eyeball this, actually, you know what? I'm just going to line up the edge of my ruler with the edge all the way around so that I get the same measurement all the way around. Line that up on the edge. Didn't quite go far enough there. Okay, and now I'm going to remove that center. I'm just going to cut that rectangle out. Okay, so I have this frame in a rectangular shape. It doesn't have to be rectangular, but typically we are going across the page or we're going vertical on the page this way or this way. And the pull mechanism, we want some distance between the two pieces that we're pulling apart from each other or putting back together. So I showed you a little boy and a dog. You could also do a heart in two pieces and separate the two pieces, so when you pull them together you get the full heart. You know, like a BFF necklace is in two pieces. You could do a rain cloud and a sun, and you could like pull the rain away from the sun to reveal pretty flowers underneath or something. Like, it doesn't have to be people, those kind of subjects, but your subject matter, it could be a shape. Like I said, it doesn't have to be people. Okay, so here's my frame, and let's say this is my platform I'm going to use, and I'm just simply going to show you the mechanics of this first, just so that we can get the concept in our head. So here's my frame. I'm going to pull this way, let's say, out. So the piece underneath, I want to be, this is going to work. The piece that I'm going to pull from underneath, I want it to be bigger than the inside frame, but not bigger than the outside frame. So in other words, I want it to be, see the height here? I want it to be wider or taller than this height here. And then similarly this way, I want this width here, I want this to be wider than that. The reason is, if it's smaller or the exact same size, like if I were to use the piece that we cut out, wherever it got to, if I were to use that piece, when I'm pulling it, it could get jammed up on the side. So I want something that's going to be a little bit bigger. However, you still want to leave room for a glue line underneath. So that looks good to me right there. And I'm just going to make it a little bit smaller like that. Okay, so see how you can't see the hole at all? And then I put this behind. See how the hole disappears? Because this piece is bigger than the hole inside, if that makes sense. I don't know how else to explain that. Okay, now when I glue this frame down onto my platform, I want to leave the one side open that the string is where this is going to pull from. So I'm only going to glue 3 sides, and keep in mind, I don't want it to interfere with the thing that's sliding out. So I'm just going to hold this here for a second. I'm going to put my glue on the frame on the outside. Like that. Get rid of that. Lay that down on my platform. Glue that down, and then this should slide in without any interference, and it should go underneath like that. Okay, let's let that glue set for a second. So now this gets the pull. This is the piece that gets revealed. So we can add our string to the back. I like to give it a fair amount of real estate. Like, I like to glue it pretty much across the whole thing, just so that it has a better chance of hanging on. And I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to use some washi tape to reinforce it, or you could cover it in paper of some sort as well. But just keep in mind, if it's too thick, this is not going to lay well or fit back inside here. So let's just use a little bit of washi tape. I hope you're with me so far. I know it's a little bit more complicated than some of the things we've been doing, but once you get the concept or the general idea of having something that pulls away to reveal something underneath, using guidelines or guardrails to keep it in place so it doesn't wobble, like this one here does not have guardrails, so technically he can wibble wobble in and out. I did not do him the same way because I was playing but this is the right way to teach you. Okay, so I'm not going to pull too hard on that right now because I want that to cure. But just to give you an idea, when we slide this back in, okay, so here's where I'm talking about. We need to lift this a little bit. Until we get the swing of things. There we go. It's underneath now. Okay. Okay, now what are we going to put on here? This was my thought. And I don't know if this is going to work or not. I want this little boy to start out over here and then become an angel. I want to pull him over, and I don't know if I can do this or not. No, things need to meet next to each other, going on top of each other. I would have to do him in a different kind of slide. Okay, you guys call me crazy. Let's see if this works. I don't know if this is going to work. I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to pull this butterfly so that it becomes his wings. So if I glue my man, I don't know, I've never tried this before. We're going to see if it works. I'm going to glue his feet. Okay. And that's where I want that to end up. This is really tight. We'll see what happens when I try to show you the proper way. It's like it's proper, it's just really tight. Okay, and then if I have this, this part of my butterfly. Oh, I hope I didn't do it too high. Did I do it too high? I don't know. Let's see. Let's let that cure for a second. I mean, obviously it would be better if it was much further apart, and it would be really cute with the little guy if I had a smaller butterfly to deal with. But I thought that was perfect for him. But he's not tall enough for the butterfly to go underneath. Okay, so if I pull this, how much of his head did I do? Oh, should be good. And he becomes, and then you could write something underneath here that says, I don't know, heaven sent. What do you think of that? I like it. I like the idea. It's a little tight. It's very thick stuff I'm working with here. But the concept of it, I love it. I am going to, for kicks and giggles, open up this side of the frame. Let's see what happens then. Because I think it's glued down well enough that we can live without the right side of the frame. Okay, ready? Oh yeah, that's better. That is better. Heaven sent. Love it. Well, not beautiful, but in theory. And then on here, we could do something like attach a little butterfly, like a little baby butterfly here. to the back of that. Could add paper, which we can trim later. Trying to rush a little bit. I don't want to keep you all day on this one, but so once that's dry, I would trim around so that you didn't see the backing from the front. And then we could, this opening here, you can make it long and skinny like this one so that you have more like a quote section or something. Your reveal, your pull string reveal can be pulling something as simple as pulling something out of a pocket. The whole idea is that we see this little string and we know that, oh, this is an interactive piece and I can pull that string. What happens when I pull the string? There we go. Something like this. I could shorten that a little bit, or he can hang out the side of your journal once he's glued into your book like this, and he can just be like a little Bingly Bob hanging out the side there. Bingly Bob, word of the day. So now I can trim this up so you don't see that. Okay, well that's number 39, our pull string reveal. Tomorrow is number 40, our fold over journal card, and that is the last one in our interactive series. And we are going to then be moving into the collage and masterboards. So one more interactive bit tomorrow. That'll be on page 40 right here. So this guy, I'm going to trim that down a little further so I can put it in my box. I think it's too tall this way, just so I can remember the concept of this turning somebody into an angel. I like that idea. But yeah. So thickness of paper, how far apart your glue lines are, all those things are going to make a difference in how the fluidity of this pull, right? So what it's going to bang into. Here, just remember I cut right along the edge here, the dog, where from the original picture, so he would just snug right up to his master. And then I just added more leaves here, 1, 2, 3, to hide him there. So just another neat concept. Like I said, there's 100 different things, 100 different ways. If you're stuck on something and you just want to get the element portion down, just remember you can do something as simple as a heart. Make one part of the heart stationary and the other part of the heart is attached to the pull mechanism. So this would be half the heart, the other half of the heart would be fixed, and then you'd pull it together for a full heart. Okay, that might be the simplest one you can do if you want to just remember the mechanism. But basically you need a window and a pull piece. And yeah, I don't know how to, that one's a little tough to explain. I really hope you got that one okay. I hope that wasn't too complicated. All right, well, thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 40, the last one of our interactive section. Take care. Bye.